same picture, yet mine's turned out wishy-washy.
What happens is this, that when you put your colour on, right, Alan? When you put your colour on, you don't make allowance for the water drying out. Watercolours dry 50% lighter. When that water dries out, then there's only the colour there. So when you mix it, you put it on with the water, and you think, ooh, that's too heavy. So that's all you're doing, you're putting too much water on and not enough colour.
We've used an entirely different technique of painting to what you taught us earlier. Is it better for beginners like ourselves to stick to this monochrome three-colour technique? Is it the best way of learning?
It is, love. What you do a monochrome, 3 monochromes a week for 7 months, 8 months. And then after that, do what we've done here. Add another colour, yellow, and then red, and then you'll get your painting. Only through doing it that way you'll get to learn about colour mixing.
Concentrate on doing monochrome.
Yeah. Monochrome's tonal value, which is very, very important. It gives you shape. Well, that's our work for today. Hope you've all enjoyed it. We have. See you next time. Hi, I'm Ashley Jackson. If you've ever thought of painting, why not join me in my group? For the next few weeks, we're going to take you into some of the prettiest landscapes in this region. Painting with me today are Becky Platt, who works in the fashion industry and who hasn't been painting since leaving school. Alan Truman, a waterboard official who's been painting for a couple of years. And Kathleen Meller, recently retired, who paints for a hobby. Well, what a gorgeous day this is down in Staithes, on the east coast of Yorkshire we are. This is where Captain Cook and William Scoresby all sailed from, round this coast here. Captain Cook went all over the world. William Scoresby was the man who designed the first lifeboat. We're going to do a vista today, a large vista. The thing we have to be careful with is not to be too frightened and say, well, wow, there's lots of things there to do and paint. We'll simplify it. If we're going to paint that in true form, we'd need a canvas 500 feet wide and 100 feet deep. Well, we're having to squeeze all that into this little piece here. So as we go on, we've got to squeeze the colour as well and freeze the moment in life, because that tide is going out nicely. And we're going to paint it as we see it now. I'm going to photograph that in my mind and have that as my subject. See the cliff as it comes up, dips and comes up. End it there, because we can have the other side of the cliff there. End it about there, going down into perspective there. Just a rough drawing to begin with. And then we're going to put the sea wall there, and then beyond, which you can't see, which we're going to use artist's license, we're going to put the sea, the horizon of the sea there. And that's going to be my escape point. You look at the painting when we're finished with it, and you should travel round and go on and on and on over the horizon. Now, the other thing is, you'll see the cottages there are white. Now in watercolour painting, the English school of watercolour painting, there's no white pigment. We don't use any white pigment, we don't use any tricks at all. So what we've got to do is cut in that white by painting in the background, the hills, the cliff hills there, we have to paint those in first, cutting in the whites. Our light's coming from over here, down onto the painting. You can see the shadow, there. See the shadow of my hand? So it's coming down that way. So put in an arrow up here. So whatever that arrow hits down here is light. Where it misses, it's in shade. We're going to get those houses right at the far side. We'll put them very small here, tiny. Don't do too much because you can paint all that in with a brush, and I'll show you how to do it. And we'll do it sort of impressionist style, like the French do. We're going to put the clouds in here and listen to the music of the coast with the gulls singing. The clouds will go in there. That will help us with our composition. It'll say, come down and look at this little village here on the coast. Come down here. That's what we're going to do. Now we've finished drawing. Hey, now that's good. That is good, Alan. That's lovely. Don't slip up. These bits are going to be white. So cleaner in the foreground, these are going to be white but light and crisp here. And as they go into the distance here, they get greyer. If not, you're going to have a pyramid.
Yeah.
So you've got a pyramid there, which it's all right, that's nice. But when you come to put colour in there, have those very, very crisp and light. Sound like an advert for bread, doesn't it? And then as you go further into the distance, greyer, right?
Right.
That's smashing, that's a grand one, that. Right, Kathleen. Now then, love, what you have to watch. That piece is nice, that's okay. It's this piece down here. That's your jetty, isn't it?
Mm-hmm, yes.
Well, can you see? Look at the jetty, it's going downhill a bit, love. Use your brush for your angle, look at it there. Bring that angle then down onto your paper. You follow to me?
Yes, oh yes,
now
yes,
then.
I'll try and alter that.
Right, now you've taken a different angle, haven't you?
Yeah.
Didn't want to be in Capri so quickly, but still, no, that's all right. I know what you're having problems with, eh?
Did you want to do all those houses?
Yeah, you didn't want to do all those houses. Well, what you've done, you've used a different eye line from everybody else, but that's smashing. This is going to be a danger now, isn't it? And you're going to have a big gaping mouth if you're not careful. So what we can do there, we can get round that nicely.
Rub it out and start again.
No, go on. Take it from there, on, round. And make it just a tiny bit smaller, that's all. Well, you wouldn't believe it. Just to finish my sketch, all my drawing's done now, the sea's gone out, the tide's gone out, it just looks as though somebody's pulled the plug out and the whole thing's vanished. And this is what I'm saying about freezing that moment in life. So we're going to do it now, painting in the sky, and we'll just have a little bit of water, not much. Just put a little bit of water in there, not much at all. So let's go for the sky. Wet your sky in. And there were some lovely white clouds here, which have gone to grey and blue. But there were lovely white floating clouds, like galleons going across the sky. Let's put some ultramarine blue into the sky. There. Drop it in. The beautiful thing about it is this, that we're putting in a lot of ultramarine blue, a lot of water, which we can knock out afterwards. We can knock the water out because we're going to put sand colour, earth colour over the top. What we're doing, we're cutting the background in to shape the foreground, because those buildings there are white. And we're not painting any white colour in, It's the leaving of the white, which is the English school of painting. That'll give us our frame. So all we're looking for is a frame to frame this scene down here. There we go. Now, as we come across, let me show you on my piece of borderline how to do the rocks here. Come across here, look. We come down, and as we come across, we're going to do that. No use counting every rock in, just do that. Zigzag, so let's do it again. Come down and zigzag across. Zigzag, that's all we're doing, using the brush. So let's do it here now. But a little bit better than what I've done down there. Come down, zigzag. We're painting in the shadow side of the rocks, the shaded side, the side where the light isn't catching. Fill that corner in. There we have. Now, again, back up to the skyline. Now then, you'll find that that sky is dry, so we can afford to risk and go above now, where we can get some of the clumps of the bushes and shape the contours. Go to the contours, come downhill. All that's coming down, it's falling away, so come down. Don't go across, come down. It's the same up here. Come down. If you wanted to depict white, but it's in shadow, you have to paint it blue, and then you'll depict the white. And the one I'm cutting in here now, this little one here, is Captain Cook's cottage. It's where Captain Cook used to stay. So we're actually painting Captain Cook's cottage. The one there. You can see it over there. You see it here. Have a look at it. Get your square brush, your chisel edge brush there. And we're going to put in the houses. Burnt sienna. Burnt sienna, the roof's going in, and crimson together. Burnt sienna and crimson together. Watercolours will dry a lot lighter. And we want it to have a nice happy scene here. We want it to be a lovely happy scene, sunny scene with a lot of light, a lot of contrast. I've put these pencil lines very, very hard. If I was painting it for myself, I'd have it very, very light indeed. But I've put it in heavy so you can see what I'm doing and where I'm going. Take the lines across now. You'll see them. Layers and layers where the cliff's fallen away. Go over your first wash you put on, which was the yellows and the blues. Look, go over it now. Yeah. Sheets of glass, coloured sheets of glass, look. And now we're going to throw that up. We're pushing that back and throwing this out. Because that's what you want to see. In fact, when you look at it, that's what you see first. I just do feel that they're laughing at me, these girls, you know. I think they have the last laugh, really. Dry brush, giving you the feeling that there are water between the pebbles. Look, dry brush. Now we're going to do the part here which everybody likes doing, including myself. And what I'm going to do here is trim up. I'm going to trim up so these houses in the front will look as though they are houses and cottages. And I'm going to trim up by darkening the ones at the back, or should I say, cooling them down. Cooling them down. Here we go. Shaping now the foreground houses. Shaping that gable end, watch, come down. Above Captain Cook's house there, just there. Shaping that in. Taking it up there. Bringing in the pub there. Cutting it in. Look at your scenery. What a lovely light. Then take that waste colour coming up, forming the hillside. Waste colour. Waste colour. There. Dry brush. There. Take it up there. We'll add some little chimney stacks on the buildings, and we'll come and work on the front. Work on the front there. Ultramarine blue, burnt sienna. Chimney pots going in, chimney stacks. Don't have to count them. Just do them like that. Just little vertical strokes. Vertical touches. Let's go up here and show you. Just up here, watch. That's all we're doing. Press on, take off. Press on, take off. Press on, take off. Press on, take off. Don't get carried away, Jackson, with too many chimney pots. That's the problem, you know. You love doing it, so you go poof, poof, bang, 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 get them all in. Right. Windows. Front windows. I think when I come on this earth again, I might be a builder. Know all about windows and chimney pots. And if I built any of these houses I'm painting here, they'd all fall down. Don't forget the lights coming on this side. So we want some red on there for the roof. Pantiles. Too much. See, that red's too fiery. Take it off. There you see it. Put some burnt sienna into it. Make a fault like that, take it out. Take it out. Nobody's infallible. Take it out with this brush. Watch, that brush is going to take it out. Watch. Acts like a rubber, an eraser. Put it into that building there. Make use of it, you see. Make use of the colour. There. Now our detail. Now, let's go on and do these buildings here. Here we go. If the light's coming from over here, hitting that, that's the face, so that gable end will be dark. Now what I'm wanting to do is the clouds in the sky. I've just put one wash in. I'm going to put another wash in. Just want to get some clouds in that sky. Clean my palette out and just ultramarine blue on its own there. Just a little bit more water. There we go. Take the surplus off. And now what we're going to do is roll the brush. Just roll it. See, just roll it round. Round clouds. Just roll it around. Look, getting a depth now. A bit more. There. Now, take it down here as well. Bring it down here. Bring it down to the horizon. The horizon down here to the sea. It's there. Right, now that'll do there for the sky. What we're going to do next is this little piece here. This little piece, this L shape here. What we want to do is pull it forward and push that rest back. So what we're wanting to do is frame it. Prussian, ultra, burnt sienna. Little touch of crimson. Too much, just a bit more ultramarine blue. Here we go. Let's go over that, because we're going to wipe out. I want to show you how to wipe out. See, now that's already framing it. Framing the picture there for you. It's not black, it's ultramarine blue, Prussian blue, and a touch of burnt sienna with a spot of crimson in it. Down, darken this corner in. The thing we want to do is trying to get some lights, sharps in the rocks. So all we're going to do now, chisel edge brush, and we're going to wipe out here. Watch, come down, on. Chisel edge brush, there we are. Come down, wipe out again, watch. Water in first, shape it with the water. Water acts as acid to watercolours, look. That to the paper, then bring it out. Then look at your rocks, and the tops of your rocks are light. Wipe out. There, pull out. See how sparkling light you can get it? Luminous. On there. Bring it out again. Round. Look at that. Down. Up here. So wiping out. Russell Flint used to use soap in his water and then forget all about the soap in the water and keep swishing his water round, keep swishing the water round, and then when he came for wiping out, when he put his water on like so and pulled out like that, pulled away, you'd find that he would wipe out a lot cleaner because the soap in the water would clean it as it went along. That was Russell Flint, a very fine artist from Scotland. Right, I think that's about it. Let me just put the frame on, the mount, so say. Now I think what I'd love to do now, because I've heard them all day, is just put a few seagulls in. Now, a lot of the elitists and the professionals will say, well, they're white, how are you going to put them here? Well, we're seeing them against the sky, and they're silhouetted.